Welcome to AI Job Talk, your trusted place for smart money moves and the future of work. Let me ask you something unusual. What if your next financial advisor wasn't a person in a suit, but an algorithm sitting quietly on a server in Silicon Valley? Sounds futuristic, right? Well, it's happening right now in 2025. Across the US, Americans are waking up to a new reality. From Wall Street to Main Street, AI-powered systems are taking on tasks we once thought only humans could handle. Investment analysis, risk assessment, fraud detection, even customer service at your local bank. All of it is being reshaped by artificial intelligence. Here is the crazy part. A report from Goldman Sachs estimated that 300 million jobs worldwide could be affected by AI, with finance ranked as one of the most vulnerable industries. That's not science fiction. That's today. Now imagine this. You've been grinding for years, paying off student loans, building your 401k, maybe even dreaming of retiring early. Then suddenly, the finance career you built gets disrupted by something that doesn't eat lunch breaks, doesn't take vacations, and never makes emotional mistakes. So here's the big question we'll tackle today. Artificial intelligence versus finance jobs. Are we facing a job crisis? Or is this the biggest opportunity of our lifetime? Stick with me because in this video we're going to cover how AI is already replacing finance roles you didn't realize were at risk, why some jobs will disappear, but others will explode in demand, the hidden dangers most Americans aren't talking about, and the roadmap for how you, not Wall Street, not Silicon Valley, can future-proof your career and your money. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because I'll share a bonus insight most people overlook: why the very thing threatening jobs could also create the next wave of personal wealth. Sound good? Let's dive in. Segment 1. The silent invasion of AI in finance. Here's a fact that might surprise you. Over 60% of US banks now use AI for core functions, from detecting fraud to approving loans. Think about your credit card transactions. That fraud alert you got last month? Yep, that wasn't to your bank manager. It was an AI model flagging unusual activity faster than any human could. Mini hook. If AI can already spot fraud better than us, what's next? But here's the catch. While fraud detection feels helpful, it's also displacing thousands of entry-level jobs that used to involve manual checks and approvals. Segment 2. Wall Street's new intern. Picture this. For decades, young finance grads dreamed of landing an internship on Wall Street, working 80-hour weeks crunching numbers in Excel. But now, hedge funds are replacing those interns with AI systems like ChatGPT-powered analysts that can analyze millions of data points in seconds. Case in point, JPMorgan has invested heavily in AI-driven trading algorithms that don't just assist traders. They replace them in certain functions. Question: if the machine doesn't need sleep, how does a human keep up? Segment 3. Robo-advisors and the end of financial advisors. You've probably heard of robo-advisors like Betterment or Wealthfront. As of 2025, robo-advisors manage over $1.5 trillion in assets. Here's the kicker. They charge a fraction of the cost of human advisors. While a traditional financial planner might charge 1% of your assets, robo-advisors offer services for as little as 0.25%. So ask yourself, if you're an average American with a $50,000 portfolio, would you rather pay $500 a year or $125? But here's the twist. Not everyone trusts a machine with their life savings. Emotional intelligence still matters, and that's where humans may have the edge. For now. Segment 4. The middle-class job squeeze. Now, let's zoom out. Most Americans aren't Wall Street bankers. They're financial analysts at insurance firms, accountants at regional banks, or loan officers at credit unions. The truth? AI is hitting the middle class hardest. Deloitte found that over 40% of repetitive finance jobs could be automated by 2030. That means if you're in a safe desk job today, you might not be tomorrow. But here's the opportunity. You don't need to fight AI. You need to learn how to ride the wave. I'll show you how later in this video. Segment 5. Why finance is so vulnerable. Why is finance being hit so hard compared to other industries? Simple. Finance is numbers and rules, and AI thrives on exactly that. Unlike medicine or law, where human relationships matter deeply, finance can often be boiled down to equations, probabilities, and risk models. Mini hook. If your job is mostly Excel spreadsheets, guess what? AI is already better at it. Segment 6. The trust problem. But wait, before you panic, let's talk about trust. Here's a paradox. While Americans love convenience, we don't fully trust AI with money. A Pew survey found that 71% of U.S. adults are uncomfortable with AI making financial decisions without human oversight. This gap creates space for hybrid jobs, humans who use AI tools to deliver better, faster, smarter advice. So no, not every finance career is doomed, but every finance career will be transformed. Segment 7. Winners and losers. Let's be clear, this isn't just about job loss. It's also about job shifts. Losers? Repetitive roles like loan processors, junior analysts, and some advisors. Winners? AI strategists, compliance experts, and finance professionals who can manage both humans and machines. Real example, Bank of America is hiring hundreds of AI product managers who bridge the gap between tech and finance. Question: which side of the table will you be on, the replaced or the reskilled? Segment 8. Case study, Small Town America. Let's bring this closer to home. Imagine you're living in Ohio, working as a mortgage loan officer. AI underwriting software can now process applications in minutes instead of days. Your workload drops, but so does your job security. The bank no longer needs 5 officers, they need 2. But here's the catch. The officers who remain become super valuable because they handle complex cases, customer relationships, and ethical oversight. Lesson: if you can combine human touch with AI efficiency, you'll thrive. Segment 9. The paycheck problem. Now let's talk about money. Will AI make finance salaries go up or down? It depends. Entry-level salaries may collapse because machines do the grunt work, but senior roles that oversee AI could command premium pay. Data. A 2024 Glassdoor report showed that AI-related finance roles already pay 30% higher salaries than traditional ones. So, while some are losing jobs, others are cashing bigger checks. Segment 10. The education dilemma. Here's a painful truth. Many Americans are still spending $200,000 on finance degrees, without realizing that half of what they learn will be automated by graduation. But there's hope. Online certifications in AI-driven finance, data analytics, and fintech are booming. Platforms like Coursera and edX are offering affordable paths to reskill. Mini hook. In the future, your biggest asset won't be your degree. It'll be your ability to learn fast. Segment 11. Regulation. The hidden battlefield. We can't ignore Washington. The SEC, the Federal Reserve, and Congress are all scrambling to regulate AI in finance. Here's the twist. Regulation could actually save jobs. If AI is forced to include human oversight, demand for compliance officers and risk managers could skyrocket. But regulation also slows innovation, meaning American banks could fall behind global competitors. It's a tug of war, and the outcome affects millions of paychecks. Segment 12. Global competition. Speaking of global, here's something to consider. China and Singapore are racing ahead with AI in finance. If the US doesn't keep up, jobs could shift overseas, not just to machines, but to other countries. Question: are we prepared for a world where your financial planner isn't even American? Segment 13. The human advantage. Now let's flip the script. What can humans still do better than AI? Emotional intelligence, ethical judgment, creative financial planning that isn't just math. Example: when a family in Texas faces a medical emergency, AI can suggest numbers, but only a human advisor can sit down, listen, and guide them through fear and uncertainty. That's our edge. For now. Segment 14. Preparing for the future. So how do you prepare? 3 steps. 1. Learn AI tools in your field. 2. Build soft skills machines can't replicate. 3. Stay adaptable, because change is the only guarantee. And here's the kicker. The best paying jobs in finance by 2030 may not even exist yet. Segment 15. The bonus insight. AI as a wealth builder. Here's the bonus I promised. AI isn't just a threat to jobs. It's also the greatest wealth-building tool in history. From retail investors using AI-driven trading bots, to entrepreneurs launching fintech startups with AI at the core, the same force that scares people is making others rich. The real crisis isn't AI taking your job. It's you ignoring the chance to make AI work for you, finally. So, are we facing a job crisis in finance? Yes and no. AI is absolutely replacing repetitive finance roles, but it's also creating new, higher-paying, and more interesting opportunities. The real divide isn't humans versus machines. It's humans who embrace AI versus humans who resist it. Here are the takeaways. If your finance job is repetitive, assume AI will replace it. If you build hybrid skills, tech plus human, you'll thrive. And if you leverage AI not just for work, but for investing and entrepreneurship, you'll be ahead of 90% of people. Let me leave you with this thought. In every industrial revolution, jobs were lost, but even more were created. The winners weren't the ones who complained. They were the ones who adapted. So ask yourself right now, are you preparing to be replaced, or are you preparing to rise? If this video gave you value, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It really helps more people discover this channel. Subscribe to AI Job Talk for smarter money and career ideas every single week. And don't miss our next video. It could be the financial breakthrough you've been waiting for. Until then, remember, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today.